Following Charles Oliveira's first-round TKO win over Beneil Dariush, Dana White says that he's excited to see the rematch between Charles and Islam.
He looked like a world beater tonight, and I'm excited for him and Islam to fight again.
So that's what you're leaning towards?
No, I mean, I'm just saying it's the thing that makes sense. I'll tell you on Tuesday. But yeah, I mean, let's not play games. That fight makes sense. That's the fight that should happen, and I'm excited to see it again.
How much of Islam's input do you take into that? I know you and Mick and Hunter and Sean will get in a room and talk about it, but he said, I think yesterday to Daniel Cormier when they did an interview, like he wants to fight a fresh opponent, you know, the idea of doing another rematch right now. If he tells you that and says maybe look at Gaethje and Poirier or something like that, do you take that into consideration?
Well, there's a lot of things that go into consideration for the next fight. I mean, I'm sitting here talking to you about him right now. I don't even know what's wrong with him. He's in medicals. I don't know where he's at. I don't know what he's got planned over the summer. The list goes on and on of things that factor into how fights are made. So. But I'm just telling you right here, right now, that, you know, it's a fight I'd like to see again.
Over the weekend, Conor McGregor punched the Miami Heat mascot in the face. It was supposed to be a sketch to promote Conor's pain relief spray. However, Conor ended up sending the dude to the hospital. Jorge Masvidal had words for Conor over this. Jorge tweeted, "Conor, you f***ing p***. You came here and threw the chakras of the mascot and team, so for that you banned bitch." At a red carpet event over the weekend, Jon Jones was interviewed and spoke on Tyson Fury. Jon is now more than willing to either fight Tyson Fury or even box him. Jon said, "I would love it if Dana could make that fight happen. That's one thing about the UFC. We always give the fans what they want to see. Tyson Fury is such a magnificent opponent, and it would be awesome to make that fight happen. I'm up for it, and I'd even be willing to box him. Let's see what happens." So as you guys know, Sean Strickland is training with Alex Pereira this week. Footage emerged today of the two sparring.
God, man, it hits a little hard.
Alex Pereira posted this to his Instagram story. He wrote, "Sparring day with Sean Strickland."
Oye, una bella. ¿Te picó? Ahí.
Hã?
¿Qué pasó ahí?
Sparring hoje.
¿Con quién?
Hã? Pô. Caramba, velho. Ó. Pô, vou descontar, hein? Descontar. Gostou do treino? Foi bom, né?
Muito bom.
Pô, achei esse treino bicho embaçado, velho. Jab sinistro, velho. Não, o cara completo, mas esse jab dele é especial, velho. Você tá doido. Você vê na luta a mesma parada, velho. Igualzinho, velho. Pô, parece picada de abelha mesmo, ó. Mostra só um lado dos dentes, ó.
Sean O'Malley on the Bro Malley Show reacts to Colby Covington's recent breakdown of how he plans to defeat Leon Edwards.
Colby Covington names key preparation for breaking Leon Edwards physically and mentally. Mainly to prepare for him, it's just heavy volume, high pressure. No one wants a tough fight. No one wants you in their face constantly from second 1 to minute 25. Covington continued. My biggest thing for preparing for him is just heavy volume pressure. I know I'm going to nail him. I'm going to break him mentally, physically, everything. God, Colby very well could go out there and do that, but Leon is fucking accurate, and he's very confident right now. After KOing Kamaru and then beating him in a decision, that's an interesting fight. That one's still not booked, right?
Yeah, I don't think finalized.
I would like to see that next. Leon Edwards sends a message to middleweight division. There's no freebies. Earn your shot. So he really doesn't want to fight Colby, huh?
That kind of curious to me. I mean, I feel like Kamaru and Colby have similar styles.
Yeah.
He dealt with Kamaru. I mean, the first fight was obviously not. He didn't deal with him until the end. But I mean, he handled Kamaru's pressure and Kamaru's wrestling.
Who else?
Well.
Who does he want? Who just Gilbert? I mean,
Jorge. Probably,
Belal.
Jorge just retired.
I mean, if you're the champ, and I mean, Colby versus Leon will probably do quite a bit. Maybe not as much, but it'll definitely do more than Leon versus Belal.
Yeah, I think so.
Potentially
too.
a lot more.
especially because Colby's just a good talker and he wants to get paid. He's willing to say whatever the hell.
Well, he won't get full pay-per-view points.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know if Bilal's. I mean, I guess you could build up the rematch. There was an eye poke. And
Oh yeah, I forget about that.
so maybe you can try and build off that rematch, but
It was a close one.
As you guys know, Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje will be competing for the BMF title at UFC 291 on July 29th. Both the former BMF contender Nate Diaz and the current lightweight champion Islam Makhachev do not approve of this. Starting with Islam, this week he went on Daniel Cormier's YouTube channel. He said, "I don't want that shit. This belt is for the bums, you know? First time who fight for this belt? Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal. The people who can never be champion, you know? They give him some belt. Guys, be happy. Fight for BMF. Bro, what is this? I don't know. They have to stop this after this. Stop." Gaethje and Poirier, I don't know when. They fight for the real belt many times and they always lose, you know? Now Dana White, like good guy, give them another belt. Guys, you have to be BMF champion. Honestly, if somebody give me this belt tomorrow, I don't want this shit. Of course, brother. Keep this away from me. Never say this fight is going to be versus lightweight champion and BMF champion. Never say this, okay? I can beat them. I can fight with Poirier or Gaethje, but I don't need this BMF shit, brother. That's it. I could beat these guys easy. I think better fight for me is with Gaethje or Poirier, because for the fans, the people are going to watch this fight. But without this belt, please. I can say, Dana, tell this guy to keep this belt at home. Come to the fight. I think Poirier going to beat him. What Gaethje have for Poirier? Nothing. Poirier have good boxing, better than Gaethje, and that's it. It's going to be a boxing match. Gaethje looked good in his match against Rafael Fiziev, but Poirier I think is a different level. Fiziev and Michael Chandler, these guys good but not top level. Nate Diaz has a similar opinion as Islam. Nate recently did an interview with Inside Fighting. He said, "Yeah, I don't feel like they fit the criteria for the BMF title. I'm good." Yeah, they're dorks. Poirier and Gaethje, right? What are you talking about? And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post future ones. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Rencher. It says, "I'm pretty sure we're all going to get to fight Floyd at some point." The second one's from Gravy Tears. It says, "Juliana is angry because she trained hard to improve her stand-up for the trilogy by trying to find the light switch in the dark." And the final one's from Tom Bomber. It's in reference to Jorge Masvidal saying he will always hate Colby Covington because he says Colby talked about his kids. It says, "I've never heard Jorge Masvidal speak in judgment of himself and his own poor behavior/actions. Yet I've heard him judge Colby and others more times than I can possibly count. Is that the sign of an honorable man? Someone who points the finger at everyone else and never at himself?" Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured on the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. If you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen to get caught up. And make sure to go subscribe to our second channel where we post our exclusive MMA interviews.